ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etu gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu ọgbe wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onwe onye kere, na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara ebi ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise
ise. Ụtụtụ ọma ụmụ Chineke. Please, as you're coming in this video, I know there are more enemies that will watch it than friends. I've been waiting to go live, but my little boy doesn't give me chance. As I'm talking to you now, he's just here. But please bear with me if you get some distractions from the little boy. Don't worry, it's one of those things. Namdi, please allow daddy, please, okay? So it's one of those things because I can't keep this program to delay. I need to do it now. It is very, very important that I do it, okay? So I will be addressing a very, very important issue, and I thank God that the chicks have come home to roast. And I will be playing a video today, a video I did some years back that, oh my God, that some of these efulefus, unbelievable saboteurs, some of them can never ever change. And it is obvious. I am very happy that Elias Gerasoulis, Oge Nkere Dabiri, Sonia Ekpa, and Success, they have officially and opendentially alienated themselves from BRGIE, officially and openly separated themselves from Mazi Simon Ekpa. I am happy because when they make this definition open, it is better. It is better, and it is going to be on record because I'm going to be reading direct from the Twitter handle of the Greek Penguin. I'm going to be reading directly from the Twitter handle of the Greek Penguin. So let's quickly go there. And I want to connect you because already I blocked the shameless individual. Very, very shameless. I blocked him from my Twitter. And one good thing about Twitter is even if you block somebody, you can also access their page. So with that, I am going to go straight to his page so that we will be able to read what they released yesterday or earlier, some hours ago. So we're going to be reading it, and Biafrans, you will see it for yourselves. You're going to see it for yourselves. You're not going to be told. You will see it. So thank you for joining me. I see the first people that joined me, or the first person to join right now is Gladys Pure Heart. Thank you, beloved, for joining me. I am Raphael Chamaka Ajere, by the grace of God, the Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I am going to be introducing myself going forward because I am the Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I greet you all and I bring you good tidings. And I'm going to be making this very official because this is from BRGIE, from the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. So let's get it over with. Here is the Twitter handle of Elias Gerasoulis. And let's go. Oge Nkere, the 72-count criminal in Maryland, Baltimore, thinks he has officially hijacked Biafra movement. But the disgrace this criminal will face, oh my God. You people will see it. And all of you that are identifying with this criminal, I pity for you all. I pity for you. Now let's go. Let me get you the... first of all, let me read this one from this Greek boy. From this Greek boy. Now, Rido, he said, I departed. He said, dear friends. First of all, dear friends. He's addressing dear friends. Okay? Not Biafrans, but dear friends, because this guy can never ever work for Biafra. Doesn't belong to Biafra and can never be part of Biafra. I spit on the grave of our enemies. And I reject every day I identified with this fellow. Because this guy is nothing but one evil product that entered into what we are doing. An evil product that we must reject with everything in us. Now, listen to what he wrote. I departed Moran Global Strategies. So, did you guys ever know that this moron departed from Moran Global Strategies? I departed Moran Global Strategies. He just said he departed. How do you depart? Is it that you sacked yourself or you were sacked? When did you depart from Moran Global Strategies? Until the last time I did my program. These things are unveiling now because the Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Raphael Chiamaka Ajere, exposed these criminals. And this individual came out from his hiding to say he has departed. And now you'll be asking him questions. You departed. How? Is that how you depart? What happened? The last time we knew, you were working with Moran Global Strategies. Except that you were sacked and we didn't know. Except that you are not working with Moran Global Strategies and we never knew. But you were exploiting Biafrans, scamming Biafrans, stealing from Biafrans, and you were still pretending to be working for Biafra under Moran Global Strategies. But after Raphael Chiamaka Ajere, Vam exposed you, you now come out to say you depart. I departed Moran Global Strategies, where I served as a partner and vice president to establish my own international services firm. Hey! Elias have established his own individual, established my own international services firm. So, since how long? When did this happen? Okay, all of a sudden, from the blues, because the contract our Biafra Prime Minister signed was with Moran Global Strategies. That if Moran Global Strategies is no longer working for Biafra, the Moran Global Strategies will completely pack away from Biafra. But this guy, because he has tied his criminal route along on Biafra, and he's claiming that he's departed from Moran Global Strategy. Is that how it functions? Can somebody tell me, is this how this kind of relationship functions? If Moran Global Strategies is no longer working for Biafra, that means their contract is over. Do you understand? Now listen, he said, where I served as partner and vice president to establish my own international service and firm, Washington and Madison LLC. Washington and Madison maintain strong professional relationship and a strategic affiliation with Moran Global. Okay, you are maintaining strategies with Moran Global, but you have departed. And it was just all of a sudden. There is no date of departure. What actually happened between you and Moran Global Strategy, we don't know. You just come and say, I departed. As well as several leading Washington, D.C. based lobbying firms. I will continue to represent the same clients and courses that I had at MGC, at my new firm. So what does it mean? How does this even correlate? How? So you departed from Moran Global, but you will continue to represent clients and courses that you had at MGC. Does it work like that? So that means automatically the contract that your client had with Moran Global Strategies, it is automatically another contract under you. Or is it that you are now assuming those contracts out of the blues? Or are they going to sign a separate contract with you? Or did the Moran Global Strategies relinquish their contract that they had with their clients to you, Elias Gerasoulis? Or by departing from Moran Global Strategies, did you inherit the contracts they had with those clients you were representing? You inherited it from them. Or did they give it to you as a parting gift? Did you gain those contracts as a gift because you were departing? Maybe you have worked well with them and they say, okay, for working well with us, we are now handing over these things with you. Where are the documents? Where are the files? Where did you sign all those documents? Because documents were signed with Moran Global Strategies. BRGIE, for example, signed documents with Moran Global Strategies. Now, if you are starting your firm and BRGIE wants to work with you, that means BRGIE ends with Moran Global Strategies and starts a new one with you. But how did you, where is your registration as a lobbying firm? Show us the registration that shows that you are a lobbying firm. Or is it because you have a vested interest in some of these your clients that are personal gains to you and you want to hold on to it and you don't want to let go? You don't even want them to approach you as a new firm, as you claim. They have to approach you and sign a new contract with you. But no, you are just, no. What is different from this one and APC PDP? Elias Gerasoulis is another international version of APC and PDP. Because when you leave APC, you join PDP, the same people. When you leave PDP, you join APC, the same people. The thing you were doing before, you just inherit them and you are just moving along. Biafrans, we are too wise, we are too intelligent, we are too smart to allow this kind of nonsense to get us. We are too smart for this. We are too clever for this. Criminals like this cannot get us. This kind of criminality cannot creep into our midst. So any one of you that grab it or move in with it, hook, line, and sinker, just know that you have delved into the abyss of deception, manipulation, and criminality. That's where you have delved into. And Biafra can never be found in that kind of a pit. I will continue. Now, he says, Washington and Madison LLC provides premium boutique. Hey, Chineke nna mere m ebere. Washington and Madison LLC provides premium boutique international services through an integrated platform encompassing government relations, strategic communications, international legal services, private intelligence, security and investigative services, and international investment and business advisory services. Click here to learn more. Look at that. Sincerely, Elias Gerasoulis, Chief Executive Officer, Washington Madison LLC. If you open your company, your new company, fine and good, but as far as I'm concerned, this is completely shady. This is what? This is a shady stuff. It is not clear, and this coming out just after I exposed to the world that this individual refused to listen to the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Master Simon Ekpa. He decided to go rogue and start working with a convict by the name Elias Gerasoulis, by the name Oge Nkere. A convict, a man that has 72 count charges in Maryland, Baltimore. Okay? So, that being said, you have seen it. Ask this man, why did he all of a sudden just become a new person that is now running his own firm and is still, identify himself to be working with BRGIE. This person is not working with BRGIE at all. It's not working with BRGIE. Now, I'm going to show you how that they have officially separated themselves from Biafra Republic government in exile. Now, the criminal fake sacked and dismissed acting prime minister. I'm showing you something now from the Twitter handle of the shameless acting prime minister that have been sacked and dismissed. Now, this is the Twitter handle of Isaiah Nyog, aka Oge Nkere. You see, BRGIE acting prime minister. Now, look at what he wrote on his own Twitter handle. When did he write this? When did Isaiah Nyog write this? About 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago, and Elias posted it the same time. Now, he posted it as a breaking news 10 hours ago. Now, come and listen to this. Biafrans, open your ears and listen to what I'm going to read now. Breaking news. Mr. Gerasoulis has served as BRGIE principal representative in Washington and is widely regarded as a leading foreign policy strategist and one of the foremost lobbyists representing African clients in the United States. Who are the African clients this shameless individual is representing? Representing Amazonia that are still looking for their freedom, and he claims to be representing Eritrea, which these people are distancing themselves even from him. They are not even, you can't even see any post about these people on his platform, but he is posting heavily about himself, Oge Nkere, and the lawyer they claim is working with them. They are posting themselves because this is the cash cow. This is the cash cow that they have. This is their cash cow. The ignorant people that will not allow themselves to be led in the truthful way, but they are being moved by every wind of doctrine. Everything that they see, they follow. But wise and intelligent people will never follow these criminals because they are fake and they do not represent the indigenous people of Biafra in exile. Now, Isaiah Nyog wrote, Mr. Gerasoulis has served as BRGIE principal representative in Washington and is widely regarded as a leading foreign policy strategist and one of the foremost lobbyists representing African clients in the United States. His experience includes advising and representing several high-profile clients across the African continent. Mention the high-profile clients now. In connection with this transition, now they are having a transition. In connection with this transition, the active prime minister of BRGIE. Now, listen, the active prime minister of BRGIE, His Excellency Oge Nkere. Brethren, are you seeing it? Oge Nkere is now assuming the position of the prime minister of BRGIE. So for those of you that are actually identifying with Oge Nkere, are you aware? Are you aware of this criminality? Let me make this thing very clear. Let me put myself, okay, so that this thing will be, you can read it very well. Hope you are reading it. For the record, so, in connection with this transition, they are having a transition already. The Prime Minister of BRGIE is detained in Finland, and he has a governing council of BRGIE. The governing council that actually activated the office of the acting prime minister and actually also closed it down because they are the only one that have the authority to do so. And that office that was closed down is openly impersonating, openly claiming the office or the position of the prime minister. So those of you that are blind, that do not want to see that Oge Nkere is a criminal, that Oge Nkere is Onyoshi, a criminal. I hope they are recording this, my voice, because I'm going to play what they brought out. I will show you what Sonny Akparawa is doing. I will show you. Now, in connection with this transition, the active prime minister of BRGIE, His Excellency Oge Nkere, who has served as the de facto leader of the BRGIE since the detention of Simon Ekpa Njoko in Finland in November, has formally retained Washington and Madison LLC on behalf of BRGIE. Now, the Prime Minister of BRGIE is still active, which is Mazi Simon Ekpa. The Prime Minister of BRGIE have communicated, and I have the evidence, had communicated with this criminal Isaiah Nyogo and this criminal Elias Gerasoulis. I have the evidence. And now, if the Prime Minister have communicated with them, it means that the Prime Minister is still very, very much active. And there's no bastard, no bagger that can take the office of the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister is still active. So this is impersonation and this is criminality at the highest level. If Prime Minister if Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is not active and is incommunicado and is maybe locked up in prison and cannot even attend to his case, then we will now have the governing council to decide what goes on, not Oge Nkere, Isaiah Nyogo, whose office as acting prime minister have been shut down. We have a bylaw to that effect. We have every evidence to the effect that Isaiah Nyogo, aka Oge Nkere, no longer serves in the capacity of acting prime minister or in any capacity in BRGIE because he has been sacked. So this so-called transition does not exist anywhere. I am the Minister of Information of BRGIE. This is my portfolio, and I am speaking to Biafrans and the world at large. Oge Nkere is acting rogue. He is criminally imposing himself as the Prime Minister of BRGIE, which nobody gave him. Nobody voted him in. Elias Gerasoulis is not our lobbyist. We had an agreement with Moran Global Strategies, and there is no transition that have been effectively effected by the Prime Minister of BRGIE, Simon Ekpa. Nowhere. Any Biafran that is found communicating or relating or exchanging money, pleasantry, gifts, anything with these people, you are being scammed by Elias Gerasoulis, Oge Nkere, and their lawyer, and their so-called lawyer. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is not working with Elias Gerasoulis in the transition or Oge Nkere as sacked by the BRGIE, neither Dabiri, the lawyer. Not if they do not listen to him, to follow his instruction, they are all acting rogue. Isaiah Nyogo, Elias Gerasoulis, and Dabiri, they are all acting rogue and they are not working for BRGIE because the Prime Minister have given them instruction on what to work on and what to do. He has told them that he has a governing council, and if they fail to follow the governing council, they are all acting rogue, all of them. That's why I am out to do this program, and it is very, very important. It is very, very, very important. Okay? Now listen. And now he claims that in connection with this transition, I am completely repeating this thing, the active Prime Minister, this is what Oge Nkere posted. It is Oge Nkere that posted this thing. This I'm reading from his page. Breaking news. Oge Nkere posted from this fake page. This is impersonating page of acting Prime Minister of BRGIE, which he doesn't possess, he doesn't operate in. He's the one that posted this. And he's calling himself the active Prime Minister of BRGIE, His Excellency Oge Nkere. Biafrans, are you people hearing this? Who has served as the de facto leader of the BRGIE since the detention of Simon Ekpa Njoku in Finland in November 2024, has formally retained the Washington Madison LLC on behalf of BRGIE. BRGIE did not give them any authority to do this. The engagement between the BRGIE and Moran Global Strategies formally concluded on December 31st. So if our contract with Moran Global was formally concluded on December 31st, and the message I have from the Prime Minister to Elias Gerasoulis is dated December 31st, and it is a voice message from the Prime Minister. When I have the permission of the Prime Minister to play it to the world, I will at a time permitted by the Prime Minister. But I'm telling you, we have a message, a voice message from the Prime Minister to Elias Gerasoulis, and that voice message is dated 31st of December, telling Elias Gerasoulis to represent BRGIE properly and never to be posting any other individual as any leader of any sort in BRGIE, and that he should take instruction from the Biafra or BRGIE Governing Council. And this instruction or whatever this post is not coming from BRGIE Governing Council. It is coming from the Ousted criminal APM. Ousted, sacked, thrown away. Even if it is only 2 of you that are listening to this message, or 3 of you, where 2 or 3 are gathered, there the presence of our creator and maker is. That means it is established at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. I have more than 3 witnesses listening to me. So no matter how you try with your propaganda and your media campaign, after this message, you will still carry it and share it and post it. Okay? But you will know that the Minister of Information, Raphael Chamaka Ajere, I am the Minister of Information of BRGIE. I have brought this message to the world to tell you that these people are acting rogue. They are not serving the interests of BRGIE. They do not have the authority of the Prime Minister, and they cannot stand. Now, let me show you a video which they are circulating. And in this video, you will see the insertion of Sonia Parawa. I know, don't worry, I will play the video. Why do I want to play this video? Because this video have been in the social media for more than 4 years or 5 years, maybe. For more than 4 or 5 years. Yes, it is my confrontation many years ago when things were not working well in our midst, when this lady called Nelly Ofebu was trying to do what the same people are doing. And then our spokesperson, Masamon Ekpa, did not understand. And I made these audios, videos, getting his attention to know that he cannot work with Nelly Ofebu. Because even the Prime Minister knows that Biafra does not belong to one person. Biafra belongs to all of us. That's why when we say Igbenweze, it means that when you are in your right senses, in your right mind, and you are doing the right thing for Biafrans and following the legacy of Biafra, you are considered a good leader. But when you go contrary and you go rogue against what Biafrans represent, we will rise up against you and we will say no to whatever you say. Hold on, guys. All right. Well, I want you guys to go on their wall because I don't want to promote their stupidity on my wall. I was about to play that video, but let them enjoy playing the video where I corrected, the involvement of Nelly Ofebu in our movement, and they keep going back and forth and playing it. But one interesting thing about this, I want to play it. I don't have any problem playing it, but there's no need promoting their stupidity on my own government platform. You understand? So what is going to happen is go on their wall. One interesting thing is that why they brought this video back, you see Sonia Parawa. Go and watch it. Go there. You see Sonia Parawa inserting message into that video saying Prime Minister Simon Ekpa sentenced to prison. More than 3 times in that video. So Sonia Parawa is confirming and telling the whole world that Simon Ekpa is sentenced to prison. He's sentenced to prison. He's highlighting, press releases. Sonia Ekpa is highlighting press release. So many press releases, not one, not two, of Simon Ekpa sentenced, in prison in Finland. Sonia Ekpa. And you know what actually breaks my heart? What breaks my heart is not playing that video that they always bring back. And one funny thing about that, you need to know that video, when this criminal Elias came, to what we were doing and, claimed that he was just passing by and he saw us. The first thing he did was to bring those videos. My videos. They were my videos that I did. Prime Minister knows about those videos. And you know what I was addressing in those videos. And the Elias Gerasoulis brought those videos and sent them to Prime Minister. Hey, look at Raphael. Look at the videos he did. Prime Minister told him these videos were in the past. Those videos were what? In the past. And then he locked up, and shame did not even allow him. I was even so surprised because this man was even working with me. The only reason I knew that Elias did that thing was when Ngozi Orabueze, another shameless pathological destroyer, pathological liar, when Ngozi Orabueze, leaked, Mazi Simon Ekpa's email. Ngozi Orabueze leaked the email that Gerasoulis sent to our Prime Minister that contained that particular video. That is the only way we knew that Elias was the person that went to bring those videos and send it to our Prime Minister. Do you understand? So Elias Gerasoulis have also convinced Sonny again, bring those videos back. And all of you, it is obvious that so many people that are gathering around now, they are not genuinely seeking for freedom. It is obvious that many of you that are calling Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, you're not genuinely seeking for freedom. And many of you will perish in Nigeria and in diaspora, where you have refused to stand for the truth. Many of you that do not want to stand firmly for the truth and represent those that actually, represent your interest, you will perish. You will perish. Now, Sonia Ekpa brings this video and is inserted into it. Let me shock you guys without even playing that nonsense audio, because I don't want to bring it back to my platform. But let me do something. Just hold on a minute. Now I'll show you guys what I'm looking for. Hold on, guys. For me, I don't know. I got an advice not to play it, but for me, I don't have any problem playing this thing. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't. Now, if you look at this, they are playing this video up and down, and if you look close, you will see inside that video, Sonia Ekpa inserted. You can see what is written there on that video while they are playing it. Sonny kept repeating, finish court, jails Simon Ekpa for 6 years over terrorism offenses. This is the video Sonny Ekpa is sharing. Success is sharing. Oge Nkere is sharing. Elias Gerasoulis is sharing. And some of you that claim you are working for BRGIE and you have Prime Minister, you are sharing. They bring my old video that Sonny knew about, Oge Nkere knew about, all of them knew about, while I was working, going to Finland and coming back, bringing, update and info to everyone, because this thing was during the days of Nelly Ofebu, where I stood my ground. I said, never. PM said Nelly Ofebu is him and he is Nelly Ofebu. I told him, PM, no. Nelly Ofebu said we are Idu. I said we are not Idu. I rejected, I resisted it. Our PM then was the spokesman. He was working towards what Nelly was saying and supporting Nelly. I stood my ground. I said, you cannot support this nonsense. I rejected it. And I got angry. And I said things against the prime minister. He was not the prime minister then. I said a lot of things against him. He was not yet the prime minister because he was working with Nelly. Then eventually, this same Nelly that the PM, our now prime minister was working with, was busted. It is the same prime minister that came out and told every one of us that Nelly Ofebu, that I was exposing, that made me to confront him, that Nelly Ofebu did juju. And I was vindicated. This video is a vindication video. I was vindicated. In fact, the truth is that I saved the prime minister. I saved him. But today, Sonia Parawa, Oge Nkere, and the rest of them, they are now playing this video to make Biafrans, ask them for the past 3 years. For the past 3 years that I've been in BRGIE, has anything between me and the prime minister gone south or gone sour? The answer is no. But why are you taking this video now? As you are playing the video, the people are hearing my voice where I'm telling Simon Ekpa that something so will happen to you because you work with Nelly Ofebu. You are, superimposing this press release on top of it. Finish court, jails Simon Ekpa for 6 years over terrorism charges. This is what Sonny Akparawa, Oge Nkere, Isaiah Nyogo, Elias Gerasoulis, and sources, the almighty sacred sources, the one that claims to be Simon Ekpa's brother, sources is sharing this thing. Go to those of you that are following sources. Go, this video, all of you have it. I don't want to go disobey the person that just called me and said, don't play that video on your platform. If not, I was about to play it. I just got an advice not to play it on my platform so that it will not be that I'm encouraging their rubbish and their stupidity. But I saw this thing. This is the only reason why I wanted to play it. But while you are playing their nonsense video they posted, you are going to see it 2 times or 3 times, from different press release. Finish court, jail Simon Ekpa for 6 years over terrorism charges. Was our prime minister jailed over terrorism charges in Finland? The answer is no. Because our prime minister have an appeal that is coming up this year in August. These people are not even talking about their appeal. They are not interested. All of you following this bunch of criminals, did you know that PM have an appeal that is coming up, in no distant time? And that PM will be coming out in no distant time, at least to be able to address Biafrans. Do you know? So all of a sudden, all of you bunch of evil people that are following Oge Nkere, all of you, anybody following Oge Nkere is a very evil person. And God will punish every one of you. All of you that are following Oge Nkere, following sources, following Elias Gerasoulis, the spirit of Mazi Simon Ekpa, who has been fighting for you all sincerely, who has been doing everything, who is taking the bullets and gone on your behalf sincerely, his spirit will not allow any one of you to rest. The spirit of Mazi Nambekano, who is locked up in solitary confinement also in Sokoto, will ruin every of your efforts. As he be say, you people now want to follow enemies of their efforts. Those that are working against their effort. Just imagine brandishing this post in front of this video because you want to cancel Van, whom you can never, that is, they never born that man or woman that can cancel Van. They never born that man or woman that can cancel Van. I am formidably gallant. They never born you to cancel me. I am superior to you, so you can't cancel me. I am more formidable than you. You cannot cancel me. I am working directly with the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile. You cannot cancel me. Rather, you are all cancelled. How dare you? bring this post, finish court, jail Simon Ekpa for terrorism offenses. And you say, you claim Simon Ekpa, they want to destroy Simon Ekpa, they are bringing his name out, they are adding him. Sonny, God will punish you. Success, God will punish you. Oge Nkere, God will punish you. Elias, God will punish you. Dabiri, God will punish all of you. God will punish every one of you conspiring against our prime minister. God will punish you. Now, I want to show you again. This is one press release. Herald, what's the name of this press? Let me show you another one from that same this same thing. Just hold on. Let me fast forward it and I will show you something. Just hold on. Another one. I want to show you another one from that same video. What Sonny, Success, and the rest of them are posting today. Now you look at it. Just go there. You will see the video for them by yourself on that their handle. Look at it. Now, Lati politician Simon Ekpa charged with terrorism offenses over Biafra propaganda. They posted this in. You can see the first one in the same video. On the same video, they are playing, trying to bring what everybody already knows, what the prime minister already knows. This thing is not a secret. My encounter with Simon Ekpa before he became prime minister, I've already known by everyone. Now they are inserting this post to show whoever they want to show, I don't know, that Simon Ekpa is charged with terrorism offenses over Biafra propaganda. Now, if you are posting this thing, that means if Simon Ekpa is doing Biafra propaganda, that means you also are doing Biafra propaganda. So make it make sense for me that you are reposting this thing, Lati politician Simon Ekpa charged with terrorism offenses over Biafra propaganda. Sonny deliberately inserted this. He's putting it inside. So in case you have forgotten, Simon Ekpa is in prison. He wants to remind you that Simon Ekpa is in prison over terrorism offenses. But it will shock them that Simon Ekpa will be vindicated and he will come out. And all of these people, all of these animal fear, all these animals will be put to shame. All of them. Isaiah Nyoko, Elias Gerasoulis, Sonia Akparawa, Success, Dabiri, all of them will be put to shame. All of them will be what? Put to shame. And if you are still hanging out with these bastards, you better distance yourself. And that will be for your own good. If you are still identifying yourself with this bunch of criminals, you distance yourself for your own good. Because I see no reason why, if not that these people have decided to separate themselves from the prime minister. Oge Nkere have now claimed the position of active prime minister, not acting, active prime minister. Did you see it? Go and see it. He posted it. Oge Nkere is now claiming to be the active prime minister. A man that cannot even read a letter. You can't read a letter coherently. You cannot express yourself coherently. A dingbat that cannot even express himself. You want to sabotage Simon Ekpa? Who born you? How on earth do you think you can? How on earth do you think you can? Who born you? You are nothing but a low-key criminal, a low-key traffic offender in America. 72 count charges. Low-key. You claim to be a billionaire. Cut all these ones and put them back there. You were sharing money. You said you were going to buy the media. The money you gave me couldn't buy me. All right? The money you gave me, it couldn't buy me. Because you claim that you are a millionaire. Sonny, that video you cut, let me repeat it again. Keep cutting it. The money Isaiah Anyogu gave me couldn't buy me. $1 million cannot buy me. Talk less of $1,000. Twah! God punish you. $1 million cannot buy me. Talk less of $1,000. Twah! I spit on your face. God punish all of you. You cannot sabotage this prime minister and succeed. So the essence of this broadcast is to let Biafrans know that Elias Gerasoulis, Oge Nkere, and Dabiri, Success, Sonia Parawa, they have officially distanced themselves from BRGIE and from the prime minister. Officially. And there's nothing, no, they're not hiding it anymore. They have distanced themselves from what we are doing. They no longer belong. They have officially distanced themselves from the prime minister. They're no longer working with the prime minister. So you can already see the thumbnail I used for this video. Those 3 people you see there have officially distanced themselves from the prime minister. Of course, yes. I like that comment. Before anybody become a Biafran government official again, he must pass the trust test. Biafrans have had enough of rogues in BRGIE affairs and in all government posts when Biafra is restored by our Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama. When Biafra is restored. So, my people, this is the update I brought to you. Please make sure this gets everywhere. Those of you that are probably coming late live, that are not here already, you need to know. Because after this program, I'm going to share this video on every of our platforms so that they will all understand that Isaiah Anyogu, Oge Nkere, Elias Gerasoulis, Dabiri, Sonia Parawa, and the Success have officially distanced themselves from the prime minister. And they are reminding the world that prime minister was convicted of terrorism offenses. There's no other reason why they will be, highlighting that news, that press release, or whatever, that headline, and highlighting it on the video they are trying to use to cancel me. That video have been on the social media for forever. That video have been there forever, and that video will remain there forever, for all eternity. And what that video will keep reminding us of is that you cannot stand alone and work against Biafra. You can't. Our prime minister, before he became prime minister, when he was our spokesperson, when Nelly Ofebu was here, he erred by trying to work with Nelly Ofebu. And I stood and I opposed it. And I said, no way, you cannot do that to Biafrans. Even Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have told us, if anyone see me standing against Biafra or working against Biafra, that person should speak up very, very quickly and stop me. I stopped our spokesperson. If I hadn't stopped our spokesperson, he wouldn't have become our prime minister. That video they are circulating was actually what gave birth to the prime minister. Because if I did not stop him, his eyes wouldn't have been open to see that Nelly Ofebu is not him and that he is not Nelly Ofebu. That Madam Oyibo was not him and he was not Madam Oyibo. I stopped him. And I am proud I did. I am proud I did. And later the words I used, however offensive they may have sounded, I told him I didn't use them because I hated you. I used them because I wanted to stop you from going astray. And he understood. And I said apologies for the words. And he understood. My action was to save Biafra. And I did. I succeeded. I succeeded. And now you using that video and now imposing on it that the prime minister is convicted and imprisoned for terrorism charges, it means that you want to tarnish the image of the prime minister. So the Ekpa is doing everything humanly possible to tarnish the image of the prime minister. Oge Nkere is doing everything humanly possible to tarnish the image of the prime minister. Elias Gerasoulis is doing everything possible to tarnish the image of the prime minister. And I am happy that Elias Gerasoulis, Oge Nkere, they have acknowledged that the contract of Moran Global Strategies is over. Now, Elias is being recruited by Oge Nkere, not by BRGIE. Their contract with BRGIE have expired. And BRGIE also have sacked Elias. That's exactly what it means. And apart from BRGIE sacking him, Moran Global already sacked him. And we don't even know when Moran Global sacked Elias. Moran Global sacked Elias. And instead of Elias to come out and tell us that Moran Global have sacked him, he come out and claimed that he has now started his own. So lobbying now is now like Ekpa boy. Lobbying is now like Ekpa boy. So Elias is doing boy with Moran Global. And now Moran Global sacked him. He now opened his own office. Open his own office. And he claimed he has worked with African firm. I know which African firm you work with. You shameless penguin. Which African firm you work with? Biafrans, I don't want to lengthen this. Let it remain within this 1 hour so that those that want to watch it will watch it. And know that every effort to cancel our prime minister is catapulting him higher and higher. Every effort to cancel Vam is making me to stand gidibam, gidibam. Share this video and let it go viral. Please remember tonight we're having town hall. We're having a town hall. Ekpa keep Oro State and Biafrans are supposed to converge there. I will be sharing the Zoom link right now, both on my handle and on my official handle. I'll be sharing it now so that you remember to join us for this town hall tonight. Day one. I am Vam.